ladies and gentlemen, it's Christelle Martinette here, and I'll be introducing with this brief 1-minute introduction to all the February readings, just to tell you that in the month of February, there is no full moon. The full moon is going to take place on or about the 31st of January, and we'll have a new moon the 15th, mid-month, 15th of February. Now, I'm going to do the readings for February with a deck called the Tarot of the Obscure Fables. I'll show you those cards, and of course I'll have my VERA SIBILLA cards here and Neapolitan cards should I need them, and I'll have with me this time the very first runes that I ever used, and it's a set of runes that I made myself, and we'll be seeing that. And also I wanted to mention that I'll be using this channel, Christelle Martinette, for card readings, monthly card readings, and for scrying sessions, for moon readings. Anything else will be in my other I still haven't got off this cough. I'll be using my other video YouTube channel called Mystic Scrying Medium Christelle. I'll try to put a link or just mention it below. And now off to the readings. Hi Pisces, this is Christelle Martinette, and I'm back here with a reading for the month of February. As I say to everyone, I do shuffle these off camera, but I like to have another go at them in front on camera, so you see I'm mixing. Let's see what Pisces, what's in store for Pisces for the month of February 2018. Okay. Okay, now I'll show you the cards first. This is the Queen of Wands, the King of Swords, the Five of Wands, Four of Wands, and the Five of Cups. I have these two fives. Now, look, when you, Pisces, come into the month, it's very likely that you may have some kind of interaction with a fire sign, but more than that, I'm seeing this as a question. I'm seeing this as the Queen of Wands as the water of fire. There's an emotional question with a passion that you ask yourself, Pisces. And it has to do everything. It has everything to do with your, not the emotions, this is a passion. I'm going to highlight that later on, but the question that you ask yourself is, and I'm the Pisces. It is the water of fire. It is the emotional side of the fire that you question. Can passion and emotions live together? Are they two sides of the same coin? Are they one and the same? Do they separate? Can I distinguish when I'm feeling and experiencing passion and when I'm experiencing an emotional experience of something to do with the emotions? This is interesting because you as a water sign and are very much in tune with what that means and what the emotions mean, but it's the passion that sort of disorients you and causes you to look at yourself in the mirror and ask these questions. The actions that you take in the month of February are the actions of the fire of air, the King of Swords, which means there's fire in the intellectualizing that you undertake, that you entertain in the month of February. And what's interesting about that is that there is fire. There is a constant of fire. The Five of Wands here, the Five of Wands is also a card. It's Saturn in Leo, and there is fire again. This is your environment. So here we have a month of February where action you'll be taking based on the questions you'll be asking yourself and in your environment. You are surrounded by fire. Your emotions, on the other hand, are the four, well, it's not on the other hand, is indeed Venus in Aries, again fire. I mean, these are four cards of fire, and what is, let's say, the saving grace? This is your emotional side. You are surrounded by fire, and what is of interest here is this this ability to change, this change card, which is the Five of Cups. And the Five of Cups is is Mars and Scorpio. Now Mars again, you know, there is that fiery side to Scorpio, and it's going to be a hell of a month for you. I'll say Pisces, a hell of a month. Let me take this, and I don't mean to laugh, but I understand. I mean, I have a Pisces moon, and I'm asking myself, what is going on? What is going on? I'm going to take the VERA SIBILLA cards on every single one, of these cards, because I have to figure out what the fire is, what the is going on with this fire, and why. All right, let's start with the Queen. All right, now we have our Queen of Wands, and we've got the Fidelity card, Fedeltà. We have the Widower, Vedovo, and the Stanza, the Room. Here we have communication coming in of the type that you're aware of what you are expecting. But you're going to see it and experience it as completely new. There's communication that will be coming your way in the month of February that you, like I said, are expecting, and I'm repeating myself, but it will be new, it will be different, it will be as if you're experiencing it for the first time, even though you know it's going to happen. That Piscean intuitive strength that you have will be true to your nature, but it's going to be a new ball game this month. It's going to be a brand new message, even though you know. So, you know, in many respects, it's the first time round for you, the month of February. It's starting again. I'm going through similar experiences I have gone through in the past, but this is new. This is different. This is something. This is a first. Now, I'm going to the Five of Wands here. The Five of Wands, which is always a playful card, but it's an environment. This is your environment, and if we can take it as play, it will be a little easier to take. And what I'm seeing is here, omaggio di preziosi. These are the gifts, jealousy, and then the artist, a scientist. This could be a professional, and what comes to you is from someone of a high intellectual ability. This is this could be a professional. This is someone you are involved with, is part of your environment. This could play out in many ways, but what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing is this, that you're involved with a person, Pisces, that's in what we call your environment, the context of your mind, the context of your aura, the context of your very bones. you may not even be with them. That's not what is of importance here. What is occurring is that they are communicating with you in a fashion that is not of this world. Okay, so I don't want to scare you with this, but they're going to communicate you on it could be called, we could say it's a subliminal level, it's another dimension, it's another time, another time series, another time dimension. But it will, if you can adopt the perspective that it's going to be like a game of ping pong, you can get it back. You can use your intuition to send back those pings. They're actually called pings in the psychic world. You can ping the message that you need to back to that person. Of course, this will be and accept it as some form of game. It's not easy. It's not easy at all. It's rather very difficult. Let's put it that way. I'm going to the King of Swords. And the challenge will be that, how you'll be able to undertake these messages that come to you in a different form, in a different package. I'm seeing here on that King of Swords, the militare, the strength, military strength and secrecy and powerful secretive messages. Malinconia, a melancholy, but it's also a lost happiness, actually. And then we have conversation, conversazione. This is joy. Now, we have these two that are canceling each other out, but they are a force to be reckoned with, because, as I said before, this is at a different level. It's not face-to-face, and it's not something that you can, punch somebody in the face for what they're saying, or slap them because they get nasty with you. No, this is a very specific way of communicating that we have all experienced, and we have to admit it. You know that you enter a room sometimes and you know the person that you're thinking of is right there with you. Their spirit, their soul is visiting you. You know that. You're going to get this big time in the month of February. Now again, I don't want to alarm you, but these are the messages I'm coming up with, and this is a time that you can hone your skills. The cards are flying out of my hands. I'm going to go to the Five of Cups here. Okay, here we go. February. Movement, viaggio, the movement, changing of position. Amore, love and happiness in the heart, allegrezza al cuore. There's going to be something very, very important that happens to you in your emotional life, Pisces, in the month of February. Things will surface, and it is about time, and they will surface in a way that will be clear to both of you. And like I said, I'm not talking about your classical 2 by 2 by 2, you and your companion, this is a person who has a very refined psychic abilities, as yourself, for those of you who do, and for those of you who are learning, who are starting, who are trying to hone their skills. This is a time, a perfect time for that. Let me take the runes, see what they can add. Very interesting spread. Very interesting spread. First thing I turn over is Perdro. Perdro is that intuition. And, well, let me finish. I like to, I was talking. All right, look. First of all, this ping, right, this mode of communication, the runes here, Awats and 30 cents, are both telling me, don't worry, Pisces, because you are protected, There's not negative energy here passing. It's all but that. Okay, we're here in a we're coming together. This is a coming together of energy, and there's also this is the key, a rite of passage. This is the necessary necessary. How can I put it? These are the necessary steps that need to be taken in order for you to come to a particular understanding, a particular jump in the relationship, a particular new way of communicating. This will be very successful in the month of February. You will be able to do that, and I'm sure you will be. Again, the communication here is not vocal, and it's not in writing. It's a different form of communication, different timelines, different dimensions, and different domains. Diag talks of success again, as does Tyr. They are both signaling success to you. So do not fear this, because your intuition, Birdro, Brightstave, is what is going to lead you through this experience. Very interesting, Pisces. I'm, going to be thinking about you the entire month. I do hope this was of help, Pisces. Thank you, all my older subscribers, for sticking with me and supporting me. My new subscribers, welcome. Please like, share, and subscribe. I would appreciate that. Namaste, ladies and gentlemen. Until we read together again. Bye-bye.